Good morning, my name is Roberta and today is a special day because we're going to be making pão de queijo, and this recipe is extra special because it's from my mother, okay? She taught me how to do this one. The name in English is cheese bread, and this is a great recipe because it's also gluten-free. The main ingredient is going to be again the tapioca flour, which should be the sour tapioca flour, okay? For the Brazilians out there, polvilho azedo, all right? So I'm going to give you a list of all the ingredients that we're going to need for this recipe. We're going to need the polvilho azedo. We're going to need 2 cups of milk. We're going to need 4 eggs. We're going to boil together 1 cup of oil and 1 cup of water. We're going to need salt, and we are going to need Parmesan cheese or any kind of grated cheese that you like. I like Parmesan cheese because of its distinct flavor. So you can either use a grated Parmesan cheese from a can. We're going to need a cup, or you can grate your fresh Parmesan cheese if you want. I find that if you grated your Parmesan cheese, it tastes better, okay? But it tastes better regardless. This bread is perfect and it's gonna work and you're gonna love it, I can guarantee. Your flour, the tapioca flour. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna transfer to a blender with the bread hook. And we're going to slowly add our water and oil mixture that has been boiling. So my oil and water mixture has boiled and I'm going to slowly add it. So we're going to mix this tapioca flour, water, oil, and salt for about 15 minutes, okay? And then we're going to let it cool down almost completely before proceeding with the next steps. We want to make sure that by the time we add our eggs, that this mixture is already cooled off. Now I'm going to add my salt. We're going to be adding a large tablespoon of salt. Actually, let's add 1.5 tablespoons of salt. We are using 1 kilogram of tapioca flour. Alright, so we're going to be back. We're going to wait for this mixture to mix for about 15 minutes and we're going to continue to the next steps. Okay guys, it has been already 15 minutes that we've been mixing the tapioca flour with the water and the oil, and now it's time for us to start adding the remaining ingredients. If you don't have this type of mixer, just make sure that even if you're doing by hands, that your product is very homogenized by the time you're going to start adding the remaining ingredients. Okay, so let's do that. First, we're going to add the eggs. Then we're going to slowly start adding the milk. This is a very dense dough. And at this point, you can already start preheating your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And also start adding your cheese. We're adding 1 cup of grated cheese. I grated my Parmesan cheese. And now I'm going to finish adding the milk. So we're going to mix for about 5 minutes until all these products is incorporated. Making a little mess. Okay. I'm going to stop. This happens. I'm going to stop and incorporate my dough a little bit with the spoon before I proceed. So you can see this dough is very dense, okay? At this point, sometimes I just start it and finish by hand, but let's finish here slowly with the mixer. Another 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to start. Okay, it has been about 15 minutes that we're mixing this dough. And as you can see, this dough is a little bit lumpy, but don't worry about it. It is because of the cheese, okay? When this batter bakes, you cannot tell any of these lumps on the batter, okay? That's the nature of this flour. Now, look at this batter, okay? You have 2 options. You're gonna spoon to a baking pan, okay? And the second option is that you're going to let this dough cool off, and then you can make perfect rolls with them, okay? What I like to do is, as soon as I finish, I bake, just as you can see, out of the baking, the mixing dish. But if you let it rest for about 2 hours in the refrigerator, you're gonna be able to make perfect rolls. And then what you can do, you can line up your perfect rolls in a baking pan, freeze it, then save them in a Ziploc bag up to 6 months in the freezer, okay? Otherwise, what I'm gonna do is to transfer this dough to a container, and I can leave it inside of the refrigerator for about a week with no problem, okay? There's no preservatives, but you can be safe to use it every day of the week. Bake it every day until the dough is over, or you can freeze the rest, so it's up to you. As you can imagine, this dough does not last a week in my house, so I'm probably not gonna freeze. I'm just gonna bake a little bit every day this week, okay? So we're gonna bake for about 30 to 40 minutes. It depends on your oven. And it also depends how brown you want in your cheese balls, okay? The pão de queijo. And I set my oven at 400 degrees. We're gonna do that, and then we're going to do the best part of the cooking, which is eating, all right? So I'll see you in a little bit. Guys, the bread is just out of the oven. Can you imagine how dangerous it is that I just baked this whole baking sheet and I'm here at home by myself with all the delicious cheese bread just out of the oven. It's just gonna be really hard not to eat them all. Thank God the rest of the family is arriving very soon, and hopefully they're gonna help me eat them. I'm going to eat some pão de queijo with a cappuccino, and you know what? You can put anything you want inside of this pão de queijo, okay? Sweet or sour or savory, whatever you want to put inside, but I like to eat it plain, just as it is. I wish you could smell this bread right now, okay? Now, I'm just gonna open the bread very carefully because it's really, really hot, so you have an idea of what it looks like inside, okay? So, this bread is out of the world. I know you're gonna love it. This is my best recipe, I'm gonna tell you. Before too much talking, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to eat this bread. It's just too delicious, okay? So, I would like to thank my mother, because without her I wouldn't have this wonderful recipe. So, mãe, obrigada. Essa receita maravilhosa. And I also would like to know what you think about this recipe, okay? I hope you enjoy my Brazilian cheese bread, and next time that we see each other, please let me know, okay? Post it on the website your pictures, put your comments, alright? Have a great day.